Know when I'm back because I have no idea. Oh, never mind. Apparently I do have an idea. Objective first? Alright. Oh boy. Where do we begin? Am I supposed to try and do these one by one, or should I, start with ninjas that I know are god tier and ninjas that I know suck? Well, these all go up there. For sure. Very well made. Where's Auto Mario? That one's definitely F. Alright, so I should probably go over what I'm saying so far. Okay, so reasons why Speedventure of Link is god tier. Have you played the Ninja? It's so good. There's so many different strategies. It mostly fits in a Switch clip, first of all, something I really like, but there's so many different routing and strategy intertwined in the one linear level, and it does a really, really good job at that. It has an exceptionally high skill ceiling and a low skill floor, which is what you want out of a ninja. I will say though, its skill floor, while low, probably isn't as low as Headgear Hustle in that regard. So you know, Cherry, that's going to be very difficult for me to do because I like a lot of ninjas equally. Can You Dig It is also a really good ninja. It doesn't have as much stratting potential. Well, no, it doesn't have as much routing potential. It has a lot of stratting potential. There's a lot of different strategies and different movement that you can do as you improve at that ninja, which I really appreciate. And the movement is just really satisfying to get. You don't think it's that well designed? I can't think of many issues with it though. The reason I would put something in S tier is if I can't think of any reason for it to not be an S tier. And I don't think it does anything poorly. It's not a man ninja. It's a good ninja without any real issues. The only issue I can think of is the Switch clip. It does not fit in a Switch clip, which is very unfortunate. Big Shoes. I find it hard to describe why I like Big Shoes. Well, first of all, there are two options for the second half of the Ninja. And they're both pretty even. It was really cool to discover a new route halfway through. My only issue with Big Shoes is the fast Goomba entry, but it was so difficult that nobody went for it, so it didn't end up mattering. I can't think of anything that Big Shoes does wrong. And that's the common theme for S tier. If it's a good level without problems, it's S tier. And then you have F tier, which is a bad level without good parts. 35th anniversary. While I can see why one would enjoy it, it's got like nothing going for it. It was a terrible competition level. It's mostly hold right. It's got a subframe perfect trick. It's like there's nothing to love about this Ninja in terms of design. Forced micro jumps, an input many players aren't really able to perform. Cat Mario Dash speaks for itself, you know? Alright, now we get into trickier ninjas. Subframe perfect, not subframe perfect. Yes. I'm not sure. What would subframe perfect be? Okay, trickier ninjas. I'm gonna be a little bit controversial here. Subframes aren't a thing until you hit the flag, Simon. Swing Claw Flyway is a better rolling snowballs, and I will die on that hill. Well, I don't know. In a vacuum, I would say Swing Claw Flyway is better, alright? But I think Rolling Snowballs did something very, very important. Rolling Snowballs taught everybody how the heck Nintendo's slope spaghetti code worked. And that was so good. That was such an important thing for the first Ninja to do. It did a really good job at introducing the concept in a non-intimidating way, and I just think that's good. I think it did really, really well as a first Ninja. As opposed to Anniversary Mario, which did really, really poorly as a competition Ninja. Swing Claw Flyway I'm putting up here. I can't decide if it's better or worse simply because Rolling Snowballs is really good at what it does, what it was supposed to do. But Swing Claw Flyway is basically a very similar thing. Except there's the claws. I would say there's probably a little less variety in claws as opposed to slopes. But it also wasn't entirely hold right, which was nice. Just overall, these are very accessible ninjas. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. It's easy to hate on them for being very linear, very hold right, and just not having much routing potential. But I don't think that's inherently a bad thing. I will say though, the only reason that they're not S tier is because of how densely packed the leaderboard was. Everybody in top 100 in Rolling Snowballs is within like 2 frames of each other, or something ridiculous like that. If the distribution of ranks wasn't as awful as it was, they would be S tier. What do I want to rank next? Balloon race? Balloon race might be S tier. I think balloon race is S tier. Again, it's a good ninja without many, if any, problems. Doesn't fit in a Switch clip. Oh well. What are you gonna do? Basically, none of them do. I can't hold it against it that much. Yeah, I'd put Headgear Hustle at A tier, I think. Would I put it above or below those? I don't know. Probably below. It doesn't really matter. The thing with Headgear Hustle, I don't know. It's a really good ninja. Conceptually, it's really cool. It's very unique. It's got a variety. It provides a variety of different gameplay types in the one ninja in a cohesive way. It's executed fairly well. It just really sucks that the routing wasn't nearly as diverse as it could have, should have been. And also the red POW bonks suck. Alright. Now what? Cannon Box Blast goes in B because of auto scroll. Well, I don't know. Cannon Box Blast doesn't have much auto scroll anymore. There's like one part that is auto scroll, and it does have the sub-world though. Oh, so hey Lunar, how's it going? I don't know. I think you're right. Not necessarily for the same reasons. It's got a lot of all or nothing stuff going on, which I'm not a fan of. But otherwise, it's solid. It's very well designed. Goomba Bust Up is definitely A. Just all around a very good ninja. That's the first one you disagree with? Objective list, Cherry. Objective. Do not project your problems with the end room onto this list. I disagree. Goomba Bust Up is like just as good as a lot of the S tier most of the time, honestly. Honestly, it might be S tier. Do I want to put it in S tier? I don't know. The note block bounce isn't very intuitive. Nor is the Gerald's uncle. You know what I'm talking about. It really doesn't. I'm definitely keeping it an A. I'd put it above Headgear Hustle. For sure. After Croak of Midnight, probably a B. Probably a B. It's mostly a routing ninja. It does a very good job at being a routing ninja. It's got a lot of strategy involved. I don't really like playing Frog with the D-pad. It hurts my thumbs and stuff, but that's like not anything against the level, you know? Lunar. I will say it does have auto-scroll, but only if you're really, really, really good. And it does have some all-or-nothing strats, which is why it's going to stay in B. But, I don't know. It's a cool ninja. Just wasn't for me, you know? Tencoin to D. No. It's gotta be a C. It's gotta be a C. I think. I might change my mind, but I'm thinking C at the moment. Squirrely Airship Escapades is a D. I'm sorry. I can't help it. Like, as much as I want to love Squirrely Airship Escapades, it's hold right the entire time. It's got all or nothing strats constantly throughout. Chai Chai ending is like the worst ending of any ninja. It's got the double wall jump, which most people couldn't even perform practice. Like, it was fun for the first half of the week. Then it turned to hot garbage. I'm sorry. I had fun with that ninja, but it is not a good ninja. It's almost F. It's almost F. Yoshi's Piranha Plant Picnic is in a similar boat. I don't know. This one might be a C. This one might be a C. This one is also largely hold right. And it does have all or nothing strats, like a bunch of them. I don't know. It might be a C. It might be a C. It had cool routing opportunities until we figured out the optimal route. Like, more than Cat Mario Dash has, at least, right? But, I don't know. It's tough. The optimal dry bone spit is something that, like, only 3 people get, which is not good. Like, when the people who are getting a trick don't know why they're getting a trick, that's how you know it should not have been in a ninja. I'd also venture to say that for the majority of people, doing the dry bone spit was just not fun. It was way too easy to go too fast there. It was not fun. No, I'm keeping it in D. I didn't even remember that it had auto scroll. It's staying in D. For sure. It's better than this, but it's still D. Alright. We got some harder to rank ninjas now. I respect Power Up Party. I didn't when I played it. It was very hard for me to get into it. I still didn't ever really get into it. But I respect Power Up Party. It does a lot of things right. It has 4 power-ups, it has 3 power-ups in the Fire Flower, you know? And like all 3 of the power-ups are balanced really, really well. Like we still don't know what the optimal power-up is, and that's crazy to me. It's very claustrophobic, but I don't know if I can give it I don't know if I can deduct points for it being claustrophobic, you know? Because, like, a lot of people enjoyed the tight spaces in this Ninja. There was plenty of room for optimization throughout. I think I'm putting this in A tier. Yeah, I think I'm putting that one in A tier. I don't know. I could go back and forth on that one for a while. I have very conflicting thoughts about Power Up Party, okay? I just do. Bonsai Bill Cliff Climb, probably also an A. I might need to make a new tier list because my A tier is getting bloated. Bonsai Bill Cliff Climb doesn't do much wrong. It just doesn't do anything exceptionally well. It's just climb the mountain. Yeah, I'd venture to say this one is S as well. Bonsai Bill Cliff Climb A, Drybone Shellscape S. Yeah. Yeah, I mean that sounds very fair to me. I do think I'm gonna have to separate some lists though, some tiers. Cape Mario Master. Man. This one would be S tier. It would be S tier if not for the overwhelming number of issues most players had with it. Like, it is so close to S tier. But Coin Tower sucks. 4 coin is subframe perfect. Flight ending is so annoying. The one good flight Ninja player only got it in a run once. It's like, I don't know. It had such strat potential though. Like, this is the only Ninja where we consistently were finding new routes throughout the entire week and afterwards. It has an insanely high skill ceiling. It's not that difficult to get a good time with easy strats. It's like, it's nearly perfect. This is the one Ninja that does things like so insanely well that I'm half tempted to give it A tier, even though it has some big problems. Or even S tier. I'm going to put it in A for now. Probably there. And we'll probably end up separating some tiers here. Now in a moment, after I place the last dash. I don't know how I feel about this Ninja. It doesn't feel very original. It didn't feel like a super great ending to the Ninja saga, or whatever you want to call it. But overall, it did feel well made, at the very least. I would probably put this one... it also didn't fit in a Switch clip. It basically needed 2 or 3 of them. I think 2 of them if you did it in a... No, I think it needed 3, right? Did it need 2 or 3? I don't remember. I'm gonna say B for now, but let me separate some stuff here real quick. Heck. Wait, what do I want to do here? Okay, what do I want to separate? Maybe these? And then... I'm not happy with Cannon Box Blast being so low. I might put... Oops. That's definitely not what I wanted. I might put this one here. You think this is good? Is this good? Like, I could go back and forth on a lot of these and be here all night. But I think this is good enough, you know? It gets the general idea across. Some might be a tier below, some might be a tier higher. Who cares? We can probably do this. There. That's what we're going with. Simon, this is the objective list, if you missed that. There are definitely ninjas I ranked high that I did not enjoy. Looking at you. And ninjas that I enjoyed that are ranked very low as well. Alright. Let us reset and do the subjective list, shall we? Okay. Also, I'm gonna need to finish eating after I make these, because I've just, like, been avoiding the chicken entirely. Because I want to be able to continue talking about my ranks. Okay. Let's see. What ninjas did I, like, enjoy the most? This is purely personal enjoyment, okay? This is purely personal enjoyment. This is going to be influenced by a lot of things that are just, like, completely unrelated to the ninja. Or the design of the ninja. I super duper enjoyed Big Shoes, Gustin' in the Desert, Can You Dig It, Kate Mario Master. I would say I enjoyed Speedventure of Link less than those. Bonsai Bill Cliff Climb is like, I guess I'll put it in D. I wasn't able to play it during event. Cat Maya Dash is garbage. 10 Coin of Deep Woods, I don't know what to tell you. I wasn't a fan of that one. That's like one of my worst experiences. The only reason this one isn't an F is because I've played it post-event. Rolling Snowballs was okay. I guess I'll put it in C. This is what you asked for, Jerry. This is what you asked for. This is why subjectively comparing ninjas is like the dumbest idea. This one sucked. Enjoyed Squirrely Airship Escapades. Enjoyed Yoshi's Piranha Plant Picnic. Enjoyed Balloon Race. I don't know. I had Joystick Drift here. I don't know if I'd put it in S or not. I'll put it in A for now. I'm trying not to think about these too much. Cannon Box Blast I enjoyed. Goombud Bust Up was super duper fun. At the Croak of Midnight I did not enjoy. Power Up Party I did not enjoy. Swing Claw Flyaway I enjoyed a bit. The Last Dash was okay. Drybone Shellscape was great. Headgear Hustle was fun. I didn't enjoy the last few days of Headgear Hustle. There's not enough in C tier. There's not enough in C tier. What do I want to do about C tier? Whatever, I'll put this in C tier as well. Good enough. Alright, there you go. You asked for it. I've given it to you. This is what you wanted. Cherry, how does this list make you feel? What emotions does it provoke? This list give you goosebumps. This is the subjective list. If I streamed Speedventure of Link, it would have been S tier. Is that the dawn? Probably. I assume you mean the ad. I can scroll up. Of course, I get another ad. There we go. I need to speedrun eating the rest of my food. So that we can stop, so that we can start Splatoon 2 not half an hour late. That's about what I expected from a Simon list, not gonna lie. Anyway, I guess I can take this down now here.